All right. Good evening, everyone. Apologies for starting a bit late. Just trying to see whether more people will join the call as well. All right. So I'll start by introducing myself, tell you a bit about the company, then go through a few slides I've got with me here, and then finally hand over to Yemi, who is the facilitator if you are to enroll. That will take you on the journey for the next few weeks. All right, so without further ado, let's get started. My name is Akin Oladeji, and I happen to be the founder of Learn with Pride. Learn with Pride is a UK company based in the UK, and what we do is we are an IT training organization that help people that wants to transition from either non-IT background or non-technical background into the IT space. So we run different practical trainings, ranging from project management to business analysis, Scrum Master, product management, software testing, web development, data analysis, database engineer, and so on and so forth. So we run like 8 different practical trainings, and we focus on what is important for you to know, for you to be able to start competing and applying for jobs. So we focus on practical. 95% of all our trainings are practicals, and also you'll be exposed to working in a live environment as well, which will expose you more so that when you start applying for jobs or going for interviews, you know what you're talking about and you're not just talking based on what you read online or by the book. They are looking for people who has done the job before and who can prove that they've done it before. And that is what we that is our process, and that is what we are going to take you on if you are to enroll with us. All right. So about the company, it's been going strong for the last over 4 years now. We've been going strong, and over that 4 years, over 20,000 people has enrolled, through us in this organization. Um, which I'll show you the stats as we go on as well. About myself, I transitioned as well. My background was in accounting. Um, but I was tired of what I was doing, and I needed a change badly. And the first thing that came my way was software automation engineer. So I did the course. It was a 3-month training as well. And I was able to transition from a non-IT background into a very technical background, whereby, I need to write codes and programming language like C sharp, and that is why I believe that with the right support, with the right platform, anybody, regardless of what you studied in school, regardless of what you've been doing for the last 10, 15 years, anyone can transition to IT jobs, And when we say tech jobs, majority out there, at the mention of tech, they always think you are talking about code. And they will say, oh, you know what? It's not for me. I cannot code. Tech doesn't necessarily mean you have to work as a coder or as a developer. No, we have loads of job out there that has nothing, absolutely nothing to do with coding or to do with mathematics. And this is one of them. Scrum Master is one of them as well. So yeah, so that is that about my own journey, and the whole Learn with Pride today. What we have today started from my own transitioning journey back then as well, and that is why we have put everything in place. All the things I couldn't get during my own transitioning journey. It's what we've put together to make transitioning much more easier for people that wants to transition out. And the good thing about now is this is actually the right time to transition, you know, especially if you're looking for family work balance, if you're looking for flexibility, if you're looking for, remote jobs, and also if you are looking to leverage on your skills in other countries as well. You don't have to restrict yourself to applying for jobs in your local country. After acquiring the skill and knowledge, you can apply for jobs outside your zone, outside your country. You can, if you take, for example, if you live in in Nigeria, in Ghana. You can apply for remote jobs in Malta, in Ireland, in Canada. That is where your skills can take you to. You know, you don't have to be part of those that always complain that there's no job in the country. Oh, there's no job, bad government. You'll be out of those equation because you have acquired a new skill. And those that requires your skills worldwide, there are many, you know. Just imagine how big the world is, you know. So you are looking beyond, your territories to get a job. That is why we have people that live in Nigeria and they are working remotely with companies overseas. You know, this can only happen when you acquire a new skill as well. And also, why Scrum Master or why Product Owner? As I said earlier on, the move, you know, people transitioning to tech became so popular or so known after COVID. Actually, this is one of the advantage, that COVID brought our way. How do I mean? Pre-COVID, hardly would you see they still employ people, remotely, but it's rare, as in it's like 20-25%. But since during COVID, companies realized that, what, people can actually be productive working from home. And also, most of these organizations are looking for ways they can cut cost. That is why you see companies based in US, instead of them paying like $500 for a Scrum Master or a product owner in their own country, they prefer to look outside their own country because they believe if they go to Asia or Africa, they can actually get a bargain. They can get highly skilled at a very good price. Instead of paying $500, they can get someone for $150 in Nigeria, in Ghana. So that is them saving $350. It's a win-win on both parties. $150 in Nigeria right now is over 250,000 naira per day. That is the level you can find yourself after you've acquired the right skills and knowledge. You can leverage on all these remote jobs out there, and also flexibility. It is only in tech that I know of that, you have so much flexibility when it comes to working. You can decide to take your kids to school. Why? Because you work remotely most of the time. You can decide to take your car to the mechanic. Not that you are not working, but maybe your calendar for the day is just meetings. You are working on the go. People wants to work smart now and not work hard. Working smart doesn't mean you are not working hard. You are just smarter, taking control of your time, and that is it. That is why you see people out there doing 2 jobs, 3 jobs. I know people doing 2 jobs and they never do any extra time, you know, beyond 5 o'clock. Both jobs they finish at 5. Why? Because they can manage their timing, they can manage their calendar, they can manage, it's all about knowing your onions. By the time you know your onions, you can manage everything that comes your way. That is why you see most people, because they are doing 2 jobs, they are way over six, they are earning way over 6 figures. That is the position you can find yourself as well. But before you can find yourself in such position, you need to invest in yourself. Investment is really key. When you invest in yourself, definitely you're going to reap something in the future. But without investment, you will not be able to reap anything. We all pray for better life, but we need to make a move to achieve that better life. We need to make a move to achieve that greatness, and investment or investing in yourself, it's one of the ways you can as in easily achieve that. Secondly, if you see companies, organizations who are ready to hold you by the hand and walk the walk with you, not just going by their training, not just going through their training, but they are ready to walk the walk with you when it comes to supporting you, mentoring you, and all other things, because that is very key in transitioning. You know, you need to have the right support. It's like Anthony Joshua going inside the boxing ring. You know, he has his team by the ringside. You know, so you need people to leverage on. You need a community you can capitalize on. It is not a one-man journey. It is not a one-man island. You need people. You need like-minded people around you if you really want to transition successfully. You know, that is why we are different from you going on YouTube and learn, or you going on Udemy and learn. You going on YouTube, you might not get the right support or skills. You might not belong to the right community on there. There's no even community because you are just going there to get free stuff. That is it. Same thing goes to Udemy. But this one, you have not only your training, not only the people you're on the same training together, but you have a community, you know, those who have done it before, you know, that you can leverage on their skill. Take, for example, when you start working, you get the job finally, and you are stuck at work. You know, you depend solely on your facilitator. You try to reach out to your facilitator. He is not available. What are you going to do? That is why, you know, you need to belong to a community, and all these are all the things that you get, you know, on the journey. So it is not over after the 3 months duration of the course. No, we never say bye-bye, because we want you, we are always there to help, to support, so that you can land your dream job as well, because your success at the end of the day is also our success. So it's not only by passing through the journey, it's by making sure, in our own capacity, doing everything that we can to help you, to support you, to mentor you, to guide you on getting that role at the end of the day. So that is that. So this is the right time for you to transition. There is no better time, because there are jobs out there. If there are no jobs out there, people won't be taking up two roles, three roles, you know, at the same time. All right. So I've got a few slides to go through, and after that, I'll quickly call on Yemi to run you through a day in the life of a Scrum Master or a product owner, and what you should expect if you are to join the training as well. So I'm going to be using UK as a point of reference, but this doesn't matter whether you live in Nigeria, Ghana, Canada, you know, it's all highly paid role. So in the UK, the average salary when you're considering a permanent role, you're looking around 50,000, 55,000. And mind you, the average salary in the UK for majority is between 18,000 and 35,000 pounds per annum. And you've just finished a 3-month course or a 3.5-month course, and you can land a job worth of 50,000, 55,000. That is a lot of money. Or if you are considering a contract role, meaning maybe a 6-month contract, 1-year contract, you are not a permanent staff. You know, they are just paying you as you go, like pay as you go sim. Then you are looking around 400 pounds a day, 500 pounds a day. Imagine you getting 400 pounds a day. That is 8,000 pounds a month. That is a lot of money. And you are getting that 8,000 pounds, maybe for 12-month contract times 12, you know, that is 6 figures, if I'm right. You know, majority are not getting that. And I can tell you, you don't have to have worked for 3-4 years before you can get all those money. I did a 3-month course back then as well. My very first role, I was on 55,000 basic salary, my basic salary. After commission, it was after uh, bonuses and all of that, it's way over 60,000. That was my first role after I finished my own course back then. You know, if I can do it, that is what I tell my students. You know, anybody with great determination can achieve the same thing as well. Those getting the money out there, they don't have 2 heads. You know, and they are not better off as well. If you commit yourself to the process, we have a structure on ground already. If you can commit yourself, you know, make some sacrifices for the duration of the program, you know, you can surely achieve the same goal as well. So when coming on the journey is like a partnership, 50-50. We do our own 50% by providing you with the platform, equipping you with the right skills and knowledge, mentoring you, supporting you, guiding you all the way. And the other 50% needs to be done by you. And that is you going above and beyond what has been covered in class. That is you not taking the back seat when you're on the live project. That is you getting your hands dirty every single day. That is you, picking, dedicating at least 2 hours into the process every single day for the duration of the program. If you can do that as well, and we can both achieve 100%, the sky is just the beginning. I can assure you that. All right, so let's move on. Another reason is you can work remotely from anywhere in the world. I said this earlier on. It doesn't matter where you live, whether you live in Nigeria, Ghana, Zimbabwe, anywhere you live, you can work remotely. All that is required of you is your knowledge, is your skill, your laptop, your Wi-Fi, and that is it. You'll be working at the comfort of your home. That is one majority prays for. As in, before COVID, it's hard before you can see companies that will allow you to work one day at home. Just imagine yourself working fully remote now. And that is what COVID has brought our way, ability to work, to take up roles that are fully remote now. That could be you as well. Also is in high demand. I said that earlier as well. If it's not in high demand, you won't see people taking 2 jobs, 3 jobs at once. All right, so if you are to come on the journey, what is going to be the roadmap? Let's take a look at that quickly. So it's going to be a 3-month program or 3.5-month program, so to say. The first 4 weeks will concentrate on the practical training. That is where you'll be exposed to a day in the life of a Scrum Master. That is where you'll be exposed to all the things you need to know to perform fully well as a Scrum Master. And also, you'll be exposed to product owner as well. The reason we are exposing you to more than one is because when you start applying for jobs, you are not restricting yourself to just applying for a Scrum Master role. If you see a product owner role as well, you can apply for it, So that means you are spreading your wings. Anyone that first come, the most important is for you to land a job, So we'll be impacting you with those skills as well. So you're getting 2 trainings for the price of one, so to say. So the training will be a 4-week training. It will run twice a week for 4 weeks. Saturdays and Sunday. Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. UK time, and Sundays, 7:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. UK time. But when the time changes, I believe the time is changing end of this month, then it goes back to 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. UK time. So it will run Saturday and Sunday for 4 weeks. That's the practical training. Then, let me go back. As I said, you'll be exposed to industry standard tools as well. You'll be exposed to tools like Jira, Miro, and so on and so forth. Because that is important. Industry standard tools are very important, are very key. Because as I said, we are training you on practicals, a day in the life of a project or of a Scrum Master, So you need to know how to use all these tools as well. After the training, then come the next phase, which is another important phase in the process. That is you working on a live project. So you'll be working with a full Scrum team. In your team, you have the developer, you have your Scrum Master, you have the product owner, you have the business analyst, you have the testers, and all of you guys are working together to deliver a solution for a client. That is another level of exposure. That is where the practicality will take effect. You facilitating the Scrum meetings and all of that, abiding by the Scrum rules, everything that you've been taught, you have to put them to practice when you're on the live project. And that will be for another 2 months, right? So that is the structure of the program: 4 weeks for the practical training, 2 months for you working on a live project, and you'll be following agile rituals, as in, so you'll be running your sprints and all of that as well. So now you've done the training, you've gone through the training, you've gone through the project, you can now call yourself, or you can say you can perform the roles of a Scrum Master now. Now you know what it entails to be a Scrum Master or a product owner. But another very important phase is this, which is optimization of your brand. Yes, the first two has been done right. That is the training and the project. But if this phase is not done right, then it will be like, you haven't gone through anything, because you won't receive calls. You won't get calls. Nobody will call you. And if they don't call you, how are you going to get a job? So you want to get this stage right. Optimization of your brand. What is your brand? We are talking about your CV. We are talking about your online presence like LinkedIn and all of that. Especially if you are applying for international roles, you need to revamp your CV to international standards. There are certain buzzwords that needs to appear on your CV. You need to construct your CV in certain way depending on the country that you're applying to as well. Also, LinkedIn has become one of the most popular place now, or platform, that recruiters now go to look for professionals, to fill in the gap at their workplace. So you need to be in those spaces as well. You know, um, if you don't have an account on LinkedIn, you need to create an account. If you have an account, you need to optimize your account, and you get after doing all that, you'll be seen. Recruiters will start reaching out to you. Oh, we saw your profile on LinkedIn. Are you still in the market? Can we have a chat and all of that? Also, when you upload your CVs to different job sites, they start calling you. We saw your CV on so job site. Are you still in the market? Blah 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 blah. That is what you want to be getting: calls from different recruiters, calls from employers. And from there, you can be guaranteed that um, you can be guaranteed that you start getting interviews. And this is another important stage that we assist with as well: interview preparation. As I told you, we are on this journey together. So we are going to do interview prep with you to ensure that, you are set for that interview, because we want you to go in for that interview with high confidence of you securing that role. So while on this point, let me quickly mention other benefits involved or that you are going to get on this journey if you are to enroll. So as I said earlier on, you get the practical training. You get to work on a live project, not a capstone project. You get mentorship, you get support, you get interview preparation. Also, all our courses are CPD accredited, meaning they meet the professional standard, and the certificate that you get at the end of the journey is recognized in over 60 countries. Then finally, we give you a reference when you start applying for job to say that you've worked with us, and we give you a reference for the duration that you are with us, because you'll be working on a live project, meaning you are working for us. The only thing is you are not getting paid for that service, but you are working on a live project, on a real project. So we'll be giving you a reference for that. So those are the benefits that is attached to enrolling with Learn with Pride. Quickly, these are the stats. As I said earlier on, since we started, over 20,000 has enrolled on this journey. This is just a breakdown of our courses last year. The numbers of enrollment we had on each courses last year. And finally, this is just to show the percentage of our students that are currently working. 85%, that is 50% in the public sector, 35% in the private, and 15% are job ready. These are the people that are on the platform community that I was referring to earlier on, that you can leverage on. You need those people at your corner. You don't want to be an island. All right, so quickly, I got these jobs or these online. The first one is a product owner role, paying 85,000 to 90,000 per annum. The second one is a product owner role as well, paying between 60K and 75K per annum. All these responsibilities are what you are going to know at the end of your program. They might sound gibberish now, but I can tell you by the time you finish the program, meaning you committing yourself to the process as well, you'll be able to do everything that you've seen on the screen right now. This is a Scrum Master role paying between 70,000 and 75,000. And the other one by the right answer is paying, you can see fully remote, paying between 50,000 and 60,000 pounds as well. Again, you are saying in pounds because we are based in the UK. But again, this is not only about UK. Scrum Master is relevant all over the world, you know. So it is not only about UK, but I can only show you the jobs in the UK because that is where we are based. But we have students all over the world as well: Canada, UK, Nigeria, Ghana, Zimbabwe, all around the world as well. All right, so let's go to the next bit, which is the fee. So the fee for the 3.5 month journey, it's actually $7.99. That is the fee for the journey. But we have 3 different offers for those online tonight, right? The first offer is you can get up to 40% on this $7.99. So that means you can get it for £420. Right. That is, and also you can pay twice. After the 40%, you can pay twice. So that offer is open till the start of the course. The next cohort for this will be starting on the 23rd of March. That is when the next cohort will start. So the 40% is valid till 22nd. That is if we still have slot available, right? The second offer is you can get up to 50% discount if you can enroll between now and the 10th of March. You get 50% discount. If you are enrolled, for anyone enrolling between now and Sunday, you get 50% discount. All right, so 50% discount, that will be £399 after discount. Also, you can pay twice. You can start with half payment, and the other half can be paid within 4 to 5 weeks after you've started. So that is 50% discount. The amount to pay, the fee to pay will be $399 after discount, and you can pay twice. Right. And the last offer is only valid for 24 hours. So for anyone enrolling within the next 24 hours, that is by this time tomorrow, you can get a further discount. You can get the course for £350, but it has to be a one-time payment. So for anyone enrolling between now and tomorrow night, you can get it for £350, the whole program. There's no hidden fee anywhere. Or you can get it for $399, 50% discount if you are paying twice. That is valid till Sunday as well. You can get 40% discount. That is valid till the 21st of March. But the issue is we only have 11 slots available for the course starting on the 23rd of March. So if you are interested, if you want to rewrite the story, the best number to call is the number to WhatsApp, rather, the best number to send a message to for enrollment or for any question is the number on your screen right now, a WhatsApp number. You can save it on your phone, you can take a screenshot, but for any enrollment inquiries, that will be the best number for you to contact. As I said earlier on, we are here for you and ready to walk the walk with you, ready to go on the same journey with you as well. We have the platform, we have the equipment, we have the tools to make you great. The question is, are you ready for that change? Are you ready to go on that journey with us and rewrite the story together? If I can do it, I always say this, anyone with great determination can do it as well. Right. So this is where I'm going to be pausing for now. And I'm going to be inviting Yemi, who is going to be the facilitator if you are to enroll on the journey that will take you on for the next 4 weeks. For the next 3 months, it's going to be available to tell you more about what it entails to be a Scrum Master or a product owner. So for now, thanks everyone for listening to me, and bye for now. Yemi, over to you. Thanks. Bye-bye.
All right. Thank you so much, Akin. Hi, guys. Good evening. Can I get a confirmation that anybody can hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Ah, great. All right. Once again, welcome. Glad that you're here. I'll just quickly introduce myself. Right. My name is Yemi Odubote, and I'm a Scrum Master. I'm a product manager, an agile coach, also a strategic business consultant. Fortunately, I've been able to work in different sectors, banking sector, fintech, air travel, consulting, you know, communications and stuff like that. And just like Akin said, I myself also transitioned into tech. But before I transitioned, I realized that I'm not sure I will have that time to want to sit down and learn how to write a code and become a developer. Then I realized, what if there are other positions that I can go for and to transition into tech without me learning anything about writing a code? Then voila, there's Scrum Master, product owner, or product manager, and every other role. And I didn't even think, I didn't really think more than 3 times before I just jump on the back wagon. It was something I really wanted, and the pay looks promising. Another opportunity for me to even upgrade based on what I was collecting before, right? Moving forward, this is just like I usually show this picture just to tell people how the old journey started years ago, before COVID, before people coming online to take training, and the picture by the left, and that's me at the extreme, I happen to be one of the youngest here. Every other person you're seeing here, they're like head of HR of one big organization, head of operations, head. Because then they just feel like people that need to be a scrum master must be someone in a high position. If you're somewhat young, they feel like maybe you don't get it. And at one point, but all that changed, it's still changing and still changing. It makes sense. So fortunately, I transitioned. I also got into training for like about 3 months. And after 3 months, my mind was there because this was something I was really looking out for. And I got it. I was able to get a job. And since then it's been great opportunities, different opportunities coming here and there and things like that. And also you guys can look me up on LinkedIn, as a way of showing transparency, credibility, and you can look it up. My name is Emil Dubote. You can get to see a bit of who I am and things that I've done and where I've worked, something like that. So I won't spend a lot of time, telling you about myself. All right. I know some of you are on the call currently and you're wondering, like, yeah, I'm hearing Scrum Master. Like, what is Scrum? Is that like a name of a drink? Is that what does it mean? What do they do? And I know some of you already, you're aware of what it means, and some probably have gone on Google to check some things out, right? But see it as a role first, and like a framework, but also that is needed when someone get a job in a tech settings. So when you say tech mostly for software development, product development that requires people that write codes, that write software, they come together to want to build a product. And they're thinking that how can they build this product using a particular framework that will make their work to be faster, better, and at the end of the day, customer will enjoy the product. Just like the phone you're using, the laptop you're using, the soft payment platform you're using, all of these things were built using an agile framework. And in an agile setting, there apart from having the developers that write the software, apart from the product managers or product owner, now there is a framework, more like a way for people to build this software better. We, as a Scrum Master, are the master of that framework called Scrum. That's why they call it Scrum Master. The name of this framework is called Scrum. And you then understand this framework, you're called the master, that is the Scrum Master. That means your role is very important, very good, and very interesting. So they use this to, so I have created a slide to group the definition into three, like the role, the responsibilities, and the stances. So from the role, you see that you're a process facilitator, meaning you have the developers, you're everybody on the call working together, trying to build a software. You are facilitating their conversation using a carefully planned agenda to also get action points at the end of each meeting so you can guide their focus. Unlike before of project management, where people just work, do meetings, endless meetings, hours, and at the end of the day, projects are not delivered. So you don't understand this framework, you come in to help them, tweak, get better, and things like that. Also help build self-organizing team because you're going to be working with the development team, product managers, stakeholders, CEO, everybody in the organization. You continuously want to help them figure out how they can organize themselves without so dependent on maybe the scrum master or maybe their leader. That is why if you as a person now, even where you currently work or whatever you do, if you're not someone that can organize yourself and or work with a team that is organizing, there's going to be a problem. And that is why some people get promoted as some others. Remove impediments, escalate when needed. From the previous days of project management, there are so many issues a project manager needs to handle with the developers, with the team, so many roadblocks, so many issues. Now, a Scrum Master would be there to help them identify that, yes, we have these roadblocks, we have this impediments. How can we facilitate the removal so that work can be delivered faster and customers will be happy? I'm not even I'm still at number three of the role. You realize that the importance of a scrum master in an organization is very, 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 very high, very, very strong, very, very it's a leadership role. So um you're not just an ordinary person, let me put that. You're an important person in the organization. It says help team inspect and adapt processes, right? So if you're more like a change agent, someone that can help improve the process in organization. This also makes a scrum master to be a very versatile person. You can be a change agent. You can be someone that works in quality assurance. Far from being the quality a tester, a quality assurance that can help to review processes of how things are done. You know, empower the team through servant leadership. Servant leadership is another uh, key importance or key role of a scrum master. You be part of a team, right? If everybody is still arguing that, oh, who should help us do this? Who should help us do that? A scrum master can comfortably come in and say, okay, I can help with that because you need to show the team how to lead by example. But servant leadership does not mean slavery. So as a scrum master, you're not a secretary. So don't get that confused. You're not a scribe. You're not someone that has to take notes of everything though. But you are going to show them how to do it in terms of helping them to self-organize. Protect the team from team disturbances. Okay. The another problem organization face or people face in terms of self-delivery, there's so much disturbances that affects the developers, the team, that affect their focus. And that is why there's a difference between focus management and time management. A lot of people, a lot of organization, they get to look at time, oh, we're supposed to do this at the end of this period, at the end of this period. Well, what are those things that are distracting people from even delivering what they're supposed to deliver? Right. So you're a scrum master, you help the team to focus on the goal of the delivery by removing disturbances. So at least I've spoken a bit about the role. Let's talk about the responsibilities, right? The responsibilities even make more sense because you're responsible for the product owner. Before I proceed here, because this course is like a two-in-one, this makes this course super special, right? Because you can constantly be a Scrum Master and a product owner. For those that will be fortunate, let me use that word fortunate to join us, would get a lot of benefit from what I'm saying. And we have the development team. These are the developers, Like I said, a lot of people are saying, you know what, I don't have that time to sit and start writing code. That is why people like us, or those that are becoming a Scrum Master, a product owner, are going to benefit from this. Thankfully, Agile Scrum has allowed these rules to come up for people to, to enjoy. Organization, which is another important thing. You, the CEO of your organization will know you because they see you as a change agent, as someone that will drive process change, as someone that will help the team move forward, help them focus. So that is why, based on what Akin was saying, he was saying this is how much you can get, this is how much you can see here, and because it's a global role, what you're hearing in Nigeria is what you hear everywhere else in the world. It's not a quote unquote local role. It's a global role. It's a role that requires you understanding what it takes. Another thing mistake people make is when they get trained by someone who is just a trainer. Like for me now, I'm not just a trainer. I am also working as a senior scrum master, meaning I have other scrum masters that I'm leading, not managing, you call yourself leader, that I'm leading multiple teams, working with the CTO, dotted line to the GCO. So it's a leadership role, right? Which makes it very interesting. You will find yourself in the room and you wonder, like, how did I get here? I thought I was just, maybe a couple of months ago, I was just a, a customer support person. Now I'm sitting with the CEO. How did I get here? That is what this position can do to you actually, and truthfully. So what are the eight stances? That's another area again to look at the position of a Scrum Master. Is a servant leader. I think I talked about that earlier. You're a coach, right? You're a facilitator. I talked about that too. You're a teacher because you're going to be teaching people how this framework is going to work, how people are going to use the framework to build software that will solve the problem of the customer, quality software. You're going to be a mentor. People are going to come to you. Your team members are going to see you like a sage, someone they can pour their hearts to, because you are going to be so empathetic. You understand what it means, all of those things. You're going to be a manager. This manager they are talking about, they're not talking about someone that would be, it's not a managerial role, quote and unquote. It's not like someone that would be a micromanager. Manager is in the terms of managing their health check, their workload check, task check, meaning if you have someone that is overwhelmed with work, you can quickly see it based on what they are doing because you will know what every team members they are doing. Impediments removal, we talked about that. And also a change agent. I think I've been talking about change agents. You also talk about that, which makes it another interesting bit. All right, moving forward. All right. So that's for Scrum Master. So let's talk about product owner, right? So as a product owner, if you see based on this design, this product owner is in between something they call the Scrum team and the customers and stakeholders. I've talked about the Scrum Master. So in a Scrum team, you have the product owner, Scrum Master, and the development team. These are the back-end engineer, front-end engineer, the testers. We're all together here. So the product owner is not like someone that manages the stakeholders, speaking with the customer, internal and external customers, is the one that will go and bring all the requirements, what the customers want the developers to build, bring it to the Scrum team for them to work on. So Scrum Master, if you see this Scrum Master has like a whistle, more like a referee. So the Scrum Master is teaching the framework, ensuring they are using the framework, which is that the Scrum framework to build the software, right? So the product owner is talking to customer, getting requirements, engaging the Scrum team, writing user stories, writing acceptance criteria, understand the flow, working with the UI, UX, or the product designer, getting everything ready that is needed for the developers or the development team to begin work. Okay, that's just like a preamble. So I won't continue to speak a lot. Yeah, what's the relationship between a product owner and a scrum master? If you look at the product owner, they look at the vision, product, and collaboration, right? So for a product owner, you communicate the vision, strategy, because whatever the customer wants, you're like a voice of the customer. And the product owner can eventually comfortably be a product manager. I know a lot of people ask that question, the difference between product manager and product owner, but it's always dependent on the setting of the organization. But if you understand the bit that happened or what a product owner does, then that's an A game for you. So business goals, there's something called business requirement documents or product requirement documents. Very, you know how to put that together. Those are the things we would get to learn when you join us on the journey. How do you maintain product backlog? You know, you're going to hear new linguas, something you've never heard before, which, by the way, they are very simple things, but because you've been trained and you're going to get experience in a live project, which makes it more on point. Collect feedback available. Then there's collaboration. So you're going to be collaborating with the Scrum team. You're going to be managing stakeholder. You're going to buy into process and things like that. If you look at the Scrum beat, Scrum Master beat, you realize that I've talked about it. The development team, product owner, and the organization. And if you look at it closely as a Scrum Master, it is not written anywhere. And for a product owner, it's not written anywhere that you're going to write code. A lot of people say, ask that question. Am I going to write code? Does it require me? No, 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 no. None of it is there. It's just for you to understand how to get customer requirement and how to use the agile process or the Scrum framework to help lead the team to build this software. It could be your phone or that app you're using to send money. If you have access to those teams, they'll tell you because I've worked in the bank before, I know how all of these things work. It is this the Scrum framework most people get used to build this software. Okay. Um, so when you join on this journey, we've been able to come up with topics about 13. So with this 13, we have subtopics about 53. Quite a lot, right? But yeah, it's still fun. So we've been able to pick only the things you need. I know some team or some training facilities, they elongate and have information overload on what people don't really even need to survive in a job environment, so money, theoretical conversations, and all that. So this is speaking to what you'll be needing, the history of Agile, introduction to Scrum, rules and organization of Scrum, Scrum events, and you have product documentation, product prioritization, how to write professional user stories, invest criteria, the tools you're going to learn Jira, learn how to use Confluence, learn how to use Miro. If I go back here, the Scrum events, like I said, they're like topics. It- they have about the sprint planning, tell your daily Scrum, sprint review, and sprint retrospective. We are going to go into all of that in details. Okay. Um, I don't want to I don't want to take much of our time. But if you've been following, you realize that it sounds like a very interesting uh, role, right, to partake in. The exposure, the I don't want to start with the pay, but it's something you're gonna love if you're interested in people development and leadership. If you're interested, if you're empathetic, your emotional intelligence or points, if you're a fast learner, if all of these soft skills, and yeah, then the pay, right? So the pay is good. Yeah, even someone still chatted with me today, some of our previous training, he said, oh, that is in current in a second stage that he did the Scrum Master interview. And it says, okay, we're hoping for the best. At least for you to get to the second stage, it means that whatever you've said, they actually loved it. And that's great, great feedback. Uh okay, I'm gonna stop here. Thank you. I'm looking forward to having you guys join us so we can all benefit from the goodies in the tech world. Right. All right, Akin, over to you.
Yeah, thanks, Yemi. Please, if you have any question, you can start to raise your hand, and I will start calling you in a bit. So if you have any question, please kindly raise your hand, or you can type it in the comment section, and I'll read it out. Well, I like to hear your voice, so you can please feel free to raise your hand to ask any question. While you're thinking about the question to ask, let me just go over what I said previously, just in case of anyone that just joined. Give me 1 second, please. All right, so the next course will be starting on the 23rd of March. We have 11 slots, as I said earlier on, for the course that will be starting on the 23rd of March. Also, the recording will be made available on the WhatsApp group and also on our YouTube channel. So if you go to YouTube and just search for Learn with Pride, right, you'll be able to see the recording by this time tomorrow. It should be there. Right. So yeah, the next call will be starting on the 23rd of March. We have 11 slots available. We have 3 different offers at the moment for those online at the moment. The cost for let me go back to the cost so that we can start from there. The cost for the 3.5 month program is $7.99. But as I said, you can get 40% discount if you want to enroll on or before the 21st of March. But that is dicey because you never know whether we still have enough slots by then. But you can get 40% discount and you can pay twice. The second offer is you can get 50% discount. Also, you can pay twice. But the 50% discount only valid till Sunday. So if you want to take advantage of the 50% discount, then you can get that, but it's only valid till Sunday, which is the 10th of March. Also, with the 50% discount, that will make it £399. You can pay twice as well. Half payment to start, and the other half can be paid within 4 to 5 weeks after you've started. And finally, this is the last one is a 24 hours offer, which is valid till this time tomorrow. You can, for those that wants to pay once, you can get it for £350. If you want to, that's a further reduction. For those that want to pay once, you can get further reduction, and you can pay £350. That's for the entire program. Also, if there's anyone on the call that is only interested on just the 4 weeks training, right? You don't want to be involved on any live project. You just want to do the practical 4 weeks training. Then you can get the practical 4 weeks training for £199. For anyone that is just doing just the training, just the 4 weeks practical training, you don't want to do the project, you just want to be trained practical, to be exposed to tools and all of that, you can get that for £199 for just the training for 4 weeks. All right, so any question from anyone, please kindly raise your hand, or let me just read from the chat. Also, I said for any enrollment details or question, if you want to sign up, the number on your screen right now. Am I sharing my screen? Okay, I'm sharing. The number on your screen right now is the best number to WhatsApp if you want to enroll, or if you have any questions that you want to ask me after this session. All right, please, what is the cost implication for the training? The actual cost is $7.99, but as I just explained now, you can benefit from 3 different discounts. The first one is a 40% discount. You can pay twice after the 40% discount. That is valid till the 21st of March. The second one is a 50% discount. That is valid till Sunday. And the last one only valid till end of tomorrow. That is you getting it for that discount for £350. Or for anyone who is only interested in just the 4 weeks training, you can get that for £199 as well. All right, yeah, the copy of the recording will be available on the WhatsApp group and on our YouTube channel. So you can go and follow us on YouTube so that you can get notification when we upload it. Please, may I ask, if one has no computer, if one has no computer knowledge whatsoever, can one still join? Does the person need to go and enroll and learn the basic before joining? No, I think I answered this earlier on. As long as you can do the basics with your computer, like checking your emails, browsing, that is the basic knowledge you need. Every other thing, the tools that you'll be using, you'll be trained on the tools that you'll be using. And also, all the sessions are recorded. So after the live training, you can still go back to the recording and replicate what has been done in the class. So you have the recording, you have the support on the platform in case you don't understand anything. So you are not alone on the journey. And yes, you don't need any extra to go and enroll on any extra training to start. No, you do not need that. Please, what are the skills and qualifications to become a Scrum Master? Yemi, please, if you can answer this one. What are the skills and qualifications to become a Scrum Master?
Well, skills and quality to qualify. That's questions somewhat, but right now it's more like you're saying if you enroll and you pass through our training, then you're already qualified. Meaning once you understand the framework and you know how it is done, then you're good. So to becoming a Scrum Master is understanding the framework itself, which is Scrum. And once you go through that training, you get that training and you're qualified. So once you go through the training, which is 3 months, maybe and some months, then you're good to go. You're good to apply, you're good to go for interviews, you're good to get the job. The Scrum Master as a product owner. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Yemi. That is from Fortune. All right. I think that is all the question, if I'm right. Yeah, that is all the question. Any other question from anyone on the call before we call it a day? As I said, the next call is starting on the 23rd of March. That will be on a Saturday. So the next 3 months journey starts on the 23rd of March. Any final question from anyone before we call it a day? All right, no question. All right, just in case you have any other question after this call, you remember something. Thank you for the feedback. All right, just in case you have question after the call or you remember something, you can message me on the WhatsApp number on your screen, and I'll be more than happy to answer any questions or queries that you may have. But till then, hopefully I'm going to see some of you on the journey, and we can both rewrite the story together, get you on the tech ladder and start earning um, that big money as well, with flexibility and all of that comes with it. But till then, thanks everyone for your time tonight, for taking part. What time will the classes take place when it starts on the 23rd? So, as I said, it runs twice a week, Saturdays and Sundays. Saturdays is 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. UK time on Saturday. And on Sunday, is 7:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. UK time as well. So that's to Veronica. So those are the timing for Saturday and for Sunday, and that will go on for 4 weeks. Then the moment you get on the live project, because you'll be following all the agile rituals like daily stand-ups, then it will be Monday to Friday. But remember, you are working on a project then. We understand we understand that everyone works. We've all got your night, we've all got our 9 to 5 or 7 to 7. So when we group you, right, with other team members, you and your team members would decide the best time for you guys to be meeting for your meetings. So it all depends on the time you agreed on when you get on the live project. But yes, it's flexible as well. Any other question? I hope I've answered your question, Veronica. Any other question from anyone? All right, Veronica, no problem. So thanks everyone for taking your time to join tonight. Again, for any questions, please message me on the number on your screen, or if you want to enroll, please message me on the number on your screen as well. So till we'll see you on the journey, I say thank you and God bless. Stay safe out there. Bye bye, everyone. Thanks. Bye bye.